Hey ladies, thank you so much for checking out my podcast. This is officially my first recording, and I'm so happy to share it with you guys. Appropriately, it's a breast implant illness podcast. I've been having so many women asking me on Instagram and personally about where to start. And that's a really good question, especially when it comes to detoxing. So we'll kind of start, at the beginning here. If you haven't explanted yet and you're having a lot of side effects, you don't know what's going on, balding, infertility, brain fog, bloody gums, hair loss, bloat. These are these are side effects of many things, but the hair loss, particularly the brain fog and the infertility, were three things that really got me. And that's kind of how I figured out about the breast implant illness. I found out that I had heavy metals and they were through the roof, and my hair was just thinning and thinning. I couldn't figure out what was happening. So point is, if you are having heavy metal issues, then the only detox I would tell you to do before explant is bentonite clay. It works as a binder, which means that it actually works like a magnet to pull out all the heavy metals in the body. Zeolites do the same thing, but in a clay form, or you can add the liquid to the bentonite clay. That is my opinion. I'm not a doctor. This is my personal opinion. I work with a lot of women. I'm a wellness coach. We work together on different products. I hear what works, what doesn't work. I have a lot of my favorite products. Some are on Amazon. Some are from MLM companies, some are from doctors' offices, and I'm happy to share all of them with you. Back to our heavy metals. The problem with heavy metals is they don't detox easily. A lot of times they get lodged in the tissue. And if you have MTHFR, I'm not trying to get ahead of myself here, but that's a methylating issue. What does that mean? Essentially, it means you don't detox properly. Methylating is kind of a fancy word for detoxing. There's more to it. But if you have MTHFR, which there's a book called The 85% Solution, which says they believe that 85% of the population does have MTHFR, and it's kind of an imbalance. Another study that I read said it's because the lack of riboflavin in the diet, which is essentially from beef liver. And I don't know if you remember grandmas talking about eating beef liver, but people don't do that anymore. And eating organ meat is kind of, a new trend, or only the super granola people do it. And I have to say, as soon as I added it back in, I saw huge differences. I mean, like night and day with energy. Now, a lot of this stuff, you're going to want to do after explant. You've got these toxic time bombs in your chest, and doing, any other expensive detoxes is just kind of a waste of money. So, in my opinion, focusing on explanting. But if you're miserable and your date to explant isn't till far away, or you're still saving up, start with the bentonite clay. For me, it gave me a zing of energy. I did it first thing in the morning, 2 to 3 hours before I even got out of bed to eat, because you don't want it leaching any other nutrients out of the body. And I would get such a zing of energy. I felt amazing. I also did a beet supplement that was a formula. It was a formula that had cordyceps and green tea and a couple other things. And the way that it worked together, that whole synergistic formula gave me lots of energy and made me feel better, and actually helped me methylize. So I did take that while I was waiting to explant too, but that is absolutely your choice, and I can send you links to that too. Anyway, I don't want to chat you up here on this little bit, but I wanted to share that tidbit with you, because sometimes it's easier to listen than it is to read. And I hope that you guys are having a wonderful day. Please give me some feedback. Let me know if there's something that you want me to talk about on our podcast. I have a lot of guests coming up in the next month. I've already booked 6 guests with all kinds of really cool stuff. So let me know. And I've got lots of friends that are experts in all different areas, and I'm happy to interview them and hang out with them and share it with you. All right, you have an awesome day.